What's up, everybody? We've got the car painted. Those other doors all painted up. Trim put back together on that side. It's a little dusty. Get this side all put back together. Trim in there. Glue these windows on. But I've been super busy this week, so I haven't had a chance to work on a lot of stuff. What I've been trying to do is get this place cleaned up. As you can see from over here, we got a bunch of stuff in. So I just want to take a second and kind of look at this. We got downpipe from Manzo. Supposedly this is a cat delete downpipe. Let's see once we get it on, put it on with the new exhaust. I think the cat that's on that car might be clogged. It's kind of making some noise, so we'll address that. We've got battery relocation kit here. Some clips to put these trim panels back on. I got all those new bolts, but I wanted to dress it up a little bit more, especially where the body kit goes on. Like we got over here. I think that doesn't look as good as it could look, so we ordered those bolts, kind of dress it up a little bit. So these ones, red to kind of match the color. It's not exactly. Got black for underneath the hood, which I put some on for the bumper just to dress it up a little bit more. The light, that's kind of what, there we go. It's kind of what it looks like versus just a black bolt. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. Kind of cool, a little bit different. Some more clips. They were super cheap, so just to make sure we had enough variety, because a lot of stuff broke. Couplers, clamps, the screw clamps that are on the intercooler piping are crap. They break easy when you over tighten them, so we got a replacement for that down here, over here, and that way we can do like a black and red kind of color accent, like the bolts black. We'll get these black, but I actually got something for that. So I don't know. And I got gold ones too. I'm gonna do like a gold and black on the Z car, so I figured we could do some gold accessories. They're cheap. So new bolts are always good. Okay, battery relocation, which needs to go in, and then this guy with these, if you know what this is, you see those. It's a rivet nut thing. I don't know. We'll put these body panels together. So what I'm gonna do is where we put the self-tapping screws right here, we're gonna install nuts so we can install bolts on there, and we're not limited by the self-tapping screw. We have bolts, we can put them in and out, take it off a little bit easier. Probably do that right here, right there, where we have the body panels on the inside of this kit, on the inside of the door. Put some of those in. That way we can just bolt it, unbolt it, no problem. And of course the hatch on this strut, the bolt is actually missing. I don't know if you can see that. Or the nut is missing. It's just sat in there. So I'm gonna finally get that fixed. Alright, so I think that's the new stuff that we got in this week for getting this car back together. Yeah, more washers. Yeah, here we go. This is even better. So these guys right here, pop them into place, hold all the body panels a little bit better. Rather than just drilling in, we'll drill and put a bolt in there and a nut and be good to go. So that's what this one, and then these. Yep. All right, I think that's it for new stuff today, for this week. Actually, all came in this week. All right, everybody. So we're getting some more pieces put back together on this car. I'm working on the door right now. Just got the wiring harness ran through the door, and I have to run it back into the car, and the hole's right there. It's going to be tricky. up underneath there. So I'm gonna work on this window, get the window in next before we put any trim pieces back on. And just getting this thing cleaned up and get it put into place. Pretty straightforward. The opportunity while the window was out, get it all clean, use a razor blade. There was some tint on it from before. Just got rid of all that. No need tint. They want to see you inside the car, right? So we'll just take a few minutes and we'll set it into place. I like the little trick I've learned is since this molding's off and we have these stoppers on here, missing that side. So that stopper, just slide it in without this molding right here. It fits a lot better. So we'll get that put into place. Alright, so I found all the pieces. Got that stopper in there. Pull the window out, put the stopper back on, and then pull the window back in. Alright, so we got the other two pieces of trim in. We're going to do the weather stripping around the door. It uses these little clips right here. If you get one of those trim kits that we just ordered up, just came in, that has all the clips and whatnot. It's got a whole bunch of new ones of those. So if you break them, one of those kits is awesome just to replace that stuff with. Oh. Start up at the top by the mirror. Get that into place. Just all kinds of slides in there. You make sure you get the whatever flaps on the right side. We'll just line up. Now you're gonna have to go on the inside of this door hinge here. Just slide it all through. Perfect. So that's all in place. Go all around. Like I said, if you have any broken clips taking this apart, I just picked up one of these. I already used one of those on the wiring harness for the door because the other one, of course, it breaks when you pull it out. So zip tie the wiring harness and pops in the door. Those are great. And then what do we got? Here's your weather stripping and everything else, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of clips. So those are great when you're doing this, especially, I mean, really any car. Once you start taking stuff apart, panels, those clips are usually great, but 30 years old breaks even more. Here's the piece for the door. You know what I was thinking? I was kind of looking at some pieces on eBay the other day, and the S15 door trim pieces, interior door trim, are pretty sick, and I was gonna maybe order them, see if we could get them to retrofit them on an S13. I don't know, has anybody ever done that? plastic that it's got a holds the body line underneath, so even if we got to drill new holes, it's not a huge deal. I might check that out, see if we can get one at a decent price. So if it works, awesome. If it doesn't work, no big deal. Guess we should put the cover for the ECU back on. Look, there's a whole screwdriver in there. That's actually kind of cool. I think it's for a flare. This is the JDM style stuff. They get those little extra whatever. Definitely not in the USDM 240. The bolt in the back of that kick panel, but it's in. That's all in. Put the rest of the trim on the door and figure out, replace these clips right here. Alright, so we're fitting the trim piece for this right here. The old clips, both the retainers and the clips, like that one's still there. I just pushed that one out of the way while I was trying to fit a new piece in here. I couldn't find one that would work, so what we ended up doing, I'll show you in just a minute. First I'm going to get this out of the way. Obviously that hole is a little bit smaller than the head, so I'm going to just trim off the sides and should slide into place. Alright, so we got a yellow one up top, white one on the bottom, trimmed them up so they just slide right in there perfectly. And boom. That's fixed. Just need to go grab the nut or the bolt that goes right there. So this is what I found for it. It looks like garbage, and I checked the other side and it looks like garbage too, so we definitely need some new bolts because we got nice new paint on everything and then some garbage looking bolts. So I'm going to continue to look and see what I can find. Okay, so I tried to put a little plastic clip in there. It didn't work. Tried to get it out, broke off, pretty much just destroyed itself, wouldn't come out. Gonna drill it out. I just wanted to show you that this is kind of, I mean, this is what happens when you're modifying and working on cars, putting them back together, restoring them. Doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes you gotta break something and then go back and fix it. So we're just gonna fix this one real quick. Drill out what's left of the plastic anchor. We'll get a pick and see if we can pick it out. Boom. Alright, there it is. I'm just going to put that other bolt back in until we get some nice new ones. Sometimes that's just the easiest way. Do it later, that way we don't get too down the line. I don't want to scratch anything up. It's just not worth it to try and half-ass it. Alright. That trim piece is there, that we're getting there, just about. Alright, so this was the piece I was talking about earlier when I was putting the window in. That it's easier if this piece is off, if you already have it off, to slide that window up and down. It doesn't get hung up on anything. Ask me how I know. The other side, I put this piece on first. And you can still get it in, it just is easier without it. So if you already have it off, put the window in first. So the little screw that holds this clip on, I was smart and put it back in there, but now we gotta take it out. That way you don't lose little stuff like that. Like I'm gonna lose that drill bit I just threw on the floor. Teeny tiny little guy, look at that thing. Put it by the drill bit so I don't lose any of those. You know that joke about, oh, mechanics can never find the 10 millimeter? Well, I don't really have that problem. What I do have a problem with is I can never find my drill bits. It's probably because I throw them on the floor like that, or they break. Like the ones you always use, those are the ones I can't find. Alright, so this all snaps into place. Perfect, that's in. Window, make sure you put the window on the inside and don't go over it. So make sure the window's in the right place. Everything looks to be in right. Alright, so I thought about it, and since they're black, they're gonna look pretty cool because it's pretty much a black and paprika orange. That's the color, the name of the color scheme. So I think we'll throw them on. If I get the other ones, well, we need other ones. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I got two in mind. When we get the other ones, we'll just change them. That way we have the mirrors, they'll look a little bit more finished. And when we go to drive it, if we drive it before the new mirrors get here, we have something at least. So we'll put them on. That's my decision, I guess, that we're gonna do. Okay, found the door panel. It was buried there. So that was super fun. Going crooked style. Wild style, dusty, as you can tell. So the interior of this car actually used to be blue. This sucks that the other one has a speaker in there. This one, I don't know where that speaker's at. Interior of this car used to be blue. These are black. These are left-hand drive, black door panels. Need some right-hand drive door panels. Right there. So this is, if you don't know, if you hadn't had to do this on just about any vehicle, at least any Nissan vehicle, I've had to do it multiple times. That's how come I know about this. So instead of taking off all this stuff, then you might need to take out the door handle. That right there, still have to take that off, I guess. On the 350, since the door handle goes vertically instead of horizontally, the plugs are right here. You don't have to remove anything except for these plugs. Those are right to the bolts to remove the door handle. And on this one, just so you know, on a 240, right there, that's how you get to that bolt. Good little things to know. I took off my door panel on the 350Z when I broke the handle on that. And then I figured out that I needed to take out those plugs, and I just took out the door panel just for fun. So don't be like me and do it the right way the first time. Okay, we're gonna call it a day. Check back tomorrow, maybe even later today. We'll post something else up just for the project is going to continue. So thanks again for watching. Out the Instagram, go ahead and subscribe, check out the videos, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.